Perfect. All right, y'all. I want to come on here and just say, like I always do, I appreciate all of you guys that commit to hopping on these sessions. You want to call them sessions, just these calls every single Saturday. Like, I sincerely appreciate your time, 30 to 40 minutes of me just going ham, or sometimes, getting somebody else on here to do some talking, because I know how much you guys love to hear me talk. I'm just kidding. So, today I want to go over a couple things. Kind of was thinking about this last minute on like Thursday this week, and I was like, what am I going to talk about on this week's call? And it was like, okay, I know the importance of a system, of having a plan and having a daily routine. What you do every single day, every single choice that you make is creating your reality. So if you are not mapping out your day appropriately, if you don't even know where you're going, if you don't have goals that you know that you want to smash, guys, you will not get to where you want to be. And so it's so important that you know what you're doing every single day to a T. And it's okay. It's okay. Things happen throughout the day. Problems happen. Things happen. Life happens. Just understand the priorities that you need to get done. Okay. And for me, I always bang them out in the morning. Or I always say, whenever you function best, do them. I'm a morning person, so I bang them out as soon as I get up. So I do all the hard stuff. I do all the top priorities right at the beginning of the day. And everything else that I do throughout the day is just kind of icing on the cake. It's just making me better. It's just, moving me even closer, stepping up my game. So the two things that I want to go over on this call is basically I talked about how to shorten your learning curve, how to cut your learning curve in half, okay? I've shared this story multiple times. I know we have some new people on here, so I'm going to say it again really briefly. But when I first started, guys, 14 and a half months ago, I literally had no idea. Like, I'm going to say this again. I had no idea what I was signing up for. I literally had no idea what I was about to do. This was my first rodeo, my first time doing anything like this, both the network marketing side and trading. Trading was an absolute, new concept to me. I just knew my financial situation, and I knew where I wanted to go. I had a vision at the time. I was like, and I had the work ethic. Okay, I knew what it was going to take, and I was willing to do whatever it took to get to where I needed to be. And I made decisions along the way that was aligned with the person that I wanted to become. And so what I'm trying to say is you guys have to have a plan, and that some of the things that I'm going to go over on this call, okay, are really, really going to be important for you moving forward. And the first part that I'm going to talk about is the trading side, okay? How to cut your learning curve in half. Because if I knew the stuff that I'm going to go over with you guys today, just some of this stuff, oh my God, I feel like I would have cut my learning curve in half, and this is coming from not only my own experience, but from, the talks that I have with my own mentors, the 6, 7, even some 8-figure earners inside and outside of this company, okay, that I speak to on a regular basis. And so what I do, I'm going to tell you guys, for those of you who are new, I come to these Saturday team calls ready, okay, fired up, energetic, intense, the intensity to bring to you guys, okay, so you guys can feed off my energy and take what I'm giving you and apply it to your life. This isn't just me talking, okay, this is just like, me. This is like all the other greats that I've been speaking about, that I've been speaking to, and the value that they give me. I'm like, cool, I'm going to share this with you guys. I know how important and valuable this can be. Okay, so some of the things, I know some of you guys are new on this call, so kind of just take notes, take it for what it is. But I want to go over, like I said, first, trading, okay? Actually did a lot of talking with a lot of people this week, and yeah, it was pretty good. So obviously everybody knows, if you don't know already, you have to have a plan. Whatever you do in life, you have to have a plan. Workout plan. If you're building a business, you have to have a plan as far as what you're going to do with your business, okay? You have to have a trading plan. We're all learning how to trade, so you have to understand your strategy. Not only your actual strategy technique, but also what are you doing every single day so that you can become a self-sufficient trader. Your daily routine is so important. I was listening to this person. He said, some of you guys think you can just wake up, roll out of bed, and start trading. Why is that even like a thing? Like, you have to be mentally prepared. Understand, like, if you want to learn how to trade, don't study finance. Study the psychology of yourself, how you emotionally and mentally function. Okay, like, that's how you're going to be successful. You have to understand yourself at an emotional level. Okay, trading, yes, you have to understand the skill itself, but don't train for skill, train for mindset. Okay, mindset is majority. It's like 90% of the entire, trading capacity. Like, you have to understand yourself at an individual level in order to become a self-sufficient trader. So this is a really good time to get to know who you are. And I always say, go and do personal development. And this is where I'm also going to get into this. I have a Google Doc file that I've been sending out to people who send me their email. So whoever wants, I'm going to say this now, whoever wants me to share this Google Doc with them, please send me your email and I will share the document with you guys. Like, I'm always going to be updating it. So that's why I have it in a Google Doc instead of just like a regular PDF or whatever. So if you want to be a part of this, I'm always updating stuff, things about whether it's building, and I'm starting to do more with trading, just like not even like skill set stuff, but just like mental stuff, like certain videos I was watching. Oh my goodness. That's what I think I'm going to talk about in the next call. Why you have to go through the hard part. And I was like, when I watched that video, I was like, holy crap, that's so good. Anyways, going on a tangent. I want to go over these questions, these things that you guys can think about. If you guys like, I'm going to put this in the Google Doc. And if you send me your email, I'll make sure that you have access to it. So you guys have to know your strategy, okay? You have to establish a foundational understanding of trading and how this is going to work for you. All of you guys, everybody should be on a 90-day game plan that's customized to you, okay? And whether you just started or you're 8 months in, whatever it is, you should be on some kind of a plan, a 90-day game plan. And the purpose of these 90-day game plans are to shape you, are to allow you to grow, whatever you need to focus on growing within that time. If you're just starting off, okay, this is to allow you to create a foundation for yourself. Okay, that's literally what I did all of 2017, was create a foundation for myself so that I have something strong to build off of. Okay, I know myself, I'm a very conservative person, and I had a very slow learning curve. And by knowing some of this stuff, would have cut my learning curve in half. So I'm gonna get right into it. How to shorten your learning curve, okay? Number one, forget about the money and start small. Some of y'all don't like that, but it's true. You have to forget about the money. Okay, you have got to forget about the money and start small. Otherwise, if you continue to focus on the money, that's what I did when I first started. You're gonna get slapped around so many times, it's not even funny. But I'm gonna tell you what, if you focus on the actual skill, okay, the money's coming. The money is coming. It's already there. It's already on its way. But you have to be preparing for that. And you don't prepare by emotionally throwing your money away, doing higher lot sizes, getting emotional when you enter trades. You're not using your 3 to 5 confirmations. Like, you don't have a plan. That's not going to give you the blessings that are coming your way. That's not going to give you the money that you want in the first place. You have to focus, okay, on collecting data, on the actual process of this. You have to go through the process. You have to learn how this is going to work for you. And you don't know that until you experiment things, until you try things out, until you practice. There's a guy out here who demoed his first 8 months when he first started trading. He's now income disclosure, past profits don't equal future results, but at the same time, put in the work. Okay, he's now making nearly 10K on average a week. He's only been trading for like 2.5 years. Okay, demoed 8 months. I'm not saying you have to demo 8 months, but come on, demo. Focus on practicing. Like, you can't just go to 0 to 100. You have to go through the process. Okay, so forget about the money and start small. You have to ask yourself, do I want to do this long term? If you say no, then trading is not for you. This is long term. You have to have a long term vision with this. Okay, can't be instant gratification, short term. Like, no. There's no strategy to that. That's not trading, okay? Do you understand the benefits of doing this long term? Do you understand where this is going to take you? Like, you can't keep thinking in, oh my God, I got to make money this week. I got to make money this week. I got to make money this month. You have to think about, I have to learn this skill set. So in a year from now, I'm good. Or in 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, my family's good. You have to open your mind and expand where the heck you're going, okay? You have to have that clarity for yourself. Then you need to have a long-term mindset. Yes, this is the process of developing yourself at an individual level. And by doing this, you plug into certain personal development kinds of things, whether it's listening to audios or reading a book for 20 minutes a day. Like, you have to do these things. And it's not just like, Chris Derrick said this the other night. It's not just like, all right, cool, I'm going to check this off the box. I did my book for the day. I did my audio. It's like, no, you actually have to be in it. You actually want to be there because you know how important it is for you to be there, because it's going to help you grow, okay? And then, you have to have a long-term mindset because this reduces the actual pressure of money. When you know where you're going, when you know the outcome, the overall outcome, and you're not focused on the income, that changes the game, okay? You have to be focused on where you're going, not, what's happening tomorrow. Focus on your daily routine. Yes, that's important and what you're doing every single day, but you have to have that long-term vision. Otherwise, you're literally going to stay in the same spot. And then also you are improving a skill, not trying to make money. Money is coming, I promise. Money is just a byproduct of you mastering the skill. Cool. Some of you guys may have had a nice win here and there, made a couple hundred, made a couple thousand, whatever, within your first 90 days. That's cool. Don't get me wrong. That's awesome. I'm so proud of you. That's exciting. But go back and figure out what you did when you did that, okay? Because a lot of those times, there's a guy out here who made 10K in a really short period of time, and he just started trading, and he didn't take his money out, and he lost it all of it. Don't be that guy. Take your money, take your withdrawals, take your profits and be happy, be grateful. Don't get greedy. Get on Chris Derrick's Forex Basics sessions to learn more about that. Okay, number 2, that was forget about the money and start small, have that vision, right? Number 2, you have to focus on the risk. If your risk management sucks, you're probably going to blow your account. You have to know how much you're risking per trade, per position, per day, per week, per month. You have to know that. That's what's called being a mature trader. That's what's called growing into the person that you want to become. Okay, you're not abusing your account. You're protecting yourself and your money. You're taking responsibility for what you are doing. Okay, for those of you that are building a team, which I'll talk about in a second, you have to take responsibility for what you're creating. Okay, not you have to focus on you. You have to build yourself in order to build other people. So for this, focus on your risk. If your risk management sucks, you're not going to do very well, okay? And before you even put the trade in, guys, you have to accept the risk. You have to accept what you're going to lose. Yes, trading is a probability kind of thing. You could win or you could lose, but it's about mitigating that risk. It's about having your reward, your gains larger than your overall losses, okay? So this is something that Chris Derrick taught me. I told a couple of you about this already, but he said that when he puts money in his broker's account, it's already gone. It is already gone. If he puts $200, $500, $1,000 in his broker's account, it is gone. So whatever money you put in your broker's account, it's not your money anymore, okay? That's the mindset you have, so there's no attachment to your money. There is no attachment. And you should only be putting money in there that you can afford to risk, okay? That's so imperative because a lot of people will put their rent money, they'll put other stupid stuff. They'll put money that they can't afford to lose, and then when they lose it, they're so emotionally attached and they're so upset. And it's like, yo, it's okay. It's all good. Money is constantly in flow. Money is energy. Just get on money's frequency. It's going to be okay. All right. You have to accept the risk before it even happens. You have to accept the loss, and you have to know how much you're going to be losing. 2 or 3% of your account. I don't risk any more than 5% at the most. Okay, and I'm a conservative trader. At the most, I don't risk any more than 5% of my entire account. But I usually focus on 3%. Okay, that's for me, that's $30 or a little more actually. It's 60, whatever. You have to focus on that, and then understanding the worst case scenario. What's your position size? Okay, what is the max loss per trade you're willing to accept? You're taking X amount of trades per week, per month, per year. Worst case scenario, I lose all of them. Laying out what you're going to do before you do it. I know saying okay, I'm going to lose all the trades throughout the years. It's kind of abrupt. But I would say, at least know the trades that you're going to do for the day, maybe the week. Have everything mapped out. And the other thing too, understanding your daily routine. Don't just wake up and roll out of bed and say, all right, cool, I'm going to trade. Get yourself in the right mindset. What I do, because I usually do trade in the mornings, I get up pretty early, 4:30, and Alex and I have actually started to do this meditating stuff or whatever. And she downloaded that app Headspace. I've been listening to these subconscious conditioning, audios every night, and I'll listen and I'll wake up and I feel so good, like refreshed. And I'll just sit there and I'll stretch and I'll drink water or whatever. And then I'll like visualize. Basically what I'm doing is I'm visualizing where I'm going. Everything that I want, like I'm putting it on the table and I'm just seeing it. But I have my eyes closed, like I'm just like visualizing everything. I'm closing my eyes and I'm just thinking about everything for like 10 minutes. It may sound like crazy or whatever, but it works. Trust me, like as I'm putting myself in that vibration, I'm putting myself in the person that I want to become. And so I know exactly what I need to do throughout the day. I have that feeling. I feel good, right? You guys have to feel good to do good, to be good. So I do that every morning. And then when it's time to get on the charts, but the night before, I've already marked up the charts. Okay, I've already did my analysis. I've already seen how the charts, whatever pairs I'm looking at or pair that I'm looking at, I already have seen what it looks like. And I have some kind of, analysis for me to move forward. Okay, that's so important. So when I get up in the morning, I already know kind of what I'm doing. Okay, I get on the charts. I watch New York session. I actually work out before I even trade. Okay, that's just what I do. And so you guys have to know your routine. You have to put yourself in the right mindset, put yourself in the right vibration. Like trading is a lot more than just the skill. And that's the cool part. Like I know that when I got on IMLTV, I learned a lot about just your overall perspective to have. Like the academy is great because you get just, the fundamentals, the foundation that you need. But when you get on IMLTV, you actually are learning things more hands-on and understand how to think and things like that, or what to really look at and all that good stuff. And then number 3 here is filter out the noise, okay? The one thing that comes to mind is, where the heck are you trading? Are you trading around, loud people? Are you trading in an environment that's conducive to productivity, to you, having a successful trading day? Like for me, I trade in the morning. It's like very calm, things like that. I'm in my apartment, whatever. Like it's good. You have to find out where you are located, okay? And the other thing too, what they mean by, I think, filter out the noise, is follow someone, one thing, one person. For me, I would get on the IMLTV and I'd find 1 to 2 people that I like the most, okay? And for you guys who are brand new, for you guys who, are still trying to figure out your plan, whatever it may be, you have to find somebody or a couple people and just study the crap out of what they do. Okay, that's how a lot of people ask me, what pairs did you figure out that you liked? How did you figure that out? How did you figure out your strategy? And I was like, well, I just watched a bunch of people for 2 weeks, and I figured out the people that I liked the most, and I just prioritized their sessions. And I don't know if you guys can see behind me, but I have like an entire list of people that I watch throughout the week. I know what time they get on, and I'm on it every single day. I prioritize it. And if I miss it, I watch the recording, okay? But you guys have to know your people. You have to know the one thing or the one person or the 2 people, whatever, that you're going to watch, because I also learned which pairs I like from watching Chris Derrick. I know Chris Derrick likes GJ, and he will look over UJ too, but I've come accustomed to liking UJ a lot. But that's how I kind of figured it out. You can't be all over the place. And when it comes to finding your trading strategy, you can't be all over the place either. You have to stick to your strategy. At least experiment, at least test it out for 30, 60 days. And figure out how it's going to work for you. And the other thing, the biggest thing that really caught me this past year was comparing my results to other people. You cannot do that. You cannot do that. That will hurt you in the long run, guys. Like, I would compare myself to people that just got started that would have these crazy, crazy ass results. And it was like, why are you even, what? Why? Like, they just started. You have no idea what they're doing. They're probably over leveraging their account. They're probably putting massive lot sizes on, and they're most likely probably getting signals, okay? And guys, signals are fine. They're going to help you compound your account. But at the end of the day, that's not trading. It's just somebody else feeding you, and you want to learn how to feed yourself, okay? Do not compare yourself to other people. Do not compare your results. You may see posts online, screenshots of like these big, elaborate, accounts. Cool. Awesome for them. Celebrate other people's success, okay? Because that's how you're going to have your own success, when you celebrate other people. But at the same time, don't take it so like, oh my God, like, it's okay. You don't know their background. You don't know their story. You don't know what they've been through. Keep focusing on your journey. Stay in your lane. Focus on what you're doing. I promise you the results will come for you. But that's the thing. Don't focus on the results. Focus on the process. Focus on your daily routine and what you need to be doing every single day to get to where you want to be. And then right here it just says stick to one method for a long period of time. Go, 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 go. Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan. Were they paying attention to anybody? No. They focused on them. They focused on getting better as an individual. They did not care what anybody else was doing. Okay, they focused on their, their method of how they did things, and that's why they were the greatest. Okay, that's how all of them were. Okay, cool. And then last thing right here just says expect to be in the game long term. Like that's absolutely important. You have to have that long term vision. Okay, guys, this call today, like you can feel my energy. It's not like super, super high because I'm not just going on a tangent. Like usually it's not scripted. Like this is right here is like scripted. I have everything right here in front of me. Really talking, it's like, yo, let's do this. So I'm gonna pull up this other thing right here, really quick. This is the last thing I think I'm gonna talk about when it comes to trading. Let me just see what it comes up. Okay, this is a lot, so I'm actually just gonna put the Google Doc in, and I'll send it to you guys. Or for those of you who want the document, just send me your email, and I'll put you in and I'll share it with you. So some of this stuff, like the stuff that I wrote out, was like trading questions and your trading plan. Some of it's like, are you prepared? What are your trading hours? Like has all these questions right here broken down. What is your reason for wanting to trade in the first place? Has like things like that. Learning the skill. It has a breakdown like that, and then just things to be aware of. So I have all this right here, and I'm gonna put what I just went over in it too, and a couple other things. So if you guys, like I said, want access to it, just send me your email, and I'll share it with you. Okay, so the next part that I want to go over really quickly is the building side. So if you guys want to listen, if you're just wanting to trade, cool, you can stay on. If you don't want to, that's fine. But really what I want to talk about on this part is just things that, like I said, cutting your learning curve in half, things that I wish I knew when I first started. Okay, regardless of what I talk about, you guys can take it for what it is. But some of the things like that you have to prioritize when it comes to building not only yourself, but your organization, but a duplicatable organization, okay? In order for you to help other people, okay, you have to build yourself. If you build yourself, they will come. If you focus on getting better every single day, doing whatever you have to do to make it happen, I promise you the people will come. Noah's Ark, whatever, when he was building his ship, when he was doing all these things, everybody laughed at him. Nobody was paying attention. Nobody even thought twice about what he was doing was right. But what happened? He just kept building because he knew the rain was coming, and everybody came. I think that's all it went, whatever it was. But that's the whole point. You have to build yourself. The people will come. They will come. The experiences, the events, the things in your life that you need to experience, okay, will all come into your life, because you don't attract what you want. You attract what you are, okay? So you have to focus on getting better. So if who you are right now is not who you want to be, start growing. Start doing more personal development. Start visualizing and acting like you are already that individual. Like me a year ago, I was confident before I was even confident, if that makes sense. Like we're all confident. We all have like that internal, qualities about ourselves, but you have to be that way before you even are, if that makes sense. Like I was not confident. I did not want to come on here and do calls. I did not want to come on here and do voice messages. Like I can tell you guys, Abu lived with me. I don't know if he's on this call. He lived with us for like 2.5 months. He would literally make me go and do voice messages. And I had to step out of the room because I didn't want anybody to hear my voice. And I would literally talk in this monotone, like stupid. If some of you guys who I talked to a year ago, if you go back, I remember Troy and I were talking. He was like, damn, Abby, I just went all the way to the top of our messages and I was listening, or I was reading whatever that you were doing. And I went back and I listened. I was like, oh my God, you sound awful. But it's just like you can see how much you grow when you just put yourself outside of your comfort zone, because I swear to you, I did not want to do any of that. But I did it. I did it anyway because I knew it was going to make me better. Anyways, I don't know where the heck I was going with that. Just it's a process. Okay. You have to build yourself. That's what I was trying to say. You have to build yourself. The people will come. You have to focus on how you can get better. Chris Derrick said this the other night. He said, if there's a plateau in your business, there's a plateau in your life. If there's problems in your business, there's a problem going on in your life. Everything that's going on in your surroundings and your reality, you have to bring back into yourself. You have to look within yourself and say, look, what's eating me up inside? Am I dwelling on something? Am I getting too anxious about the future? Like, is there something like that I'm missing, that I'm overlooking, that I'm not aware of? You have to focus on yourself. Okay, that's the kind of part about being selfish. You have to learn about yourself. You have to take care of yourself before you can take care of other people. Okay, that's something that was like really, really hard for me to do this past year. Was like, I can't build a team if I can't even build myself. Okay, and once you get yourself right, once you build that foundation up for yourself, creating a team and building them is going to be 10 times easier. And not even just easier, just simple, because you're attracting all the right things, all the right experiences into your life to make it happen. Okay, so everybody that, you may have problems, you're like, damn, why can't I get this? Or why can't, I hit this rank? Or why can't this happen? Or why are these people doing this? It's like, no, come back into yourself. Because I remember when I had a plateau, I was like, yep, you're complacent right now. Or none of my team was building or whatever it was. It was because I wasn't doing it. You always have to bring it back into yourself and ask, what am I not doing, or what am I doing that I should be doing? Whatever it is, right? So you have to focus on that. So some of the things I wrote out on here is just you have to write out your goals. This is like all self-explanatory stuff, but it's so overlooked. It's so overlooked because how many of us sit down at night, every single night, and write out our goals for the next day and read them off? I read mine out loud every single day. And I look at my yearly goals, what I want to accomplish by December 2018. And I look at all my quarterly goals. I wish I could show you it, but it's on this computer. All my quarterly goals, like I have everything mapped out to a T. And when I write out my goals, I start from the finish line. So if I'm mapping out my daily goals, I start from the end of the day, and work my way up. I have all my priorities listed out. So for me, it's catching a certain amount of pips if I'm trading that day. It's watching at least, for me, 1 to 2 IMO TV sessions a day. It's messaging 30 people or more. And this is something Chris Derrick said too, guys. If you ever want to see momentum in your business, 30 people is a minimum. He said this the other night when he came over. 30 people is a minimum. I'm just going on Tinder and I'm swiping. Or is it this way? I'm swiping. And I'm just saying, hey, what's going on? And I'm literally just building relationships. You guys don't have to go on Tinder. If you're a guy, I recommend Bumble. That's just what I recommend. Or whatever works for you. Facebook, Graph Search, Instagram, whatever works for you, make it happen. But he said 30 people minimum for massive momentum. Okay, like that's just it. Okay, if you've never done 30 people and you've only been doing like 5 or 10, build up to 30 people. I lied. I was probably doing like over 50 people a day when I first started. That's why I was getting a boo on 3-way calls 4 to 5 times a day. I would literally get off work at 3, and I wouldn't even get home till 7 because the calls started at 3. Like as soon as I got off work, I was literally on calls for the boo. And I had to stop. I had to pull over. I was like, I can't do this. I can't drive and just do this. I had to stop and pull over. I was like going to hotels. I was like going to Starbucks. And I only lived like 20 minutes away from my place, but I couldn't get there because we had calls on calls on calls. This is the kind of relentless, you have to be about this. You have to go ham. The next, it's already past 90 days, but this quarter 1, you have got to go all in with what you're doing. I'm telling you, the next whatever days until the end of quarter 1, it's like April 1st, is going to be the catalyst or the downfall for whatever you're building. It's just how it is. Do you want your 2018 to be legendary? Do you want this to be the setup for the rest of your life? Because I'm telling you, if you keep living day by day, your year's going to be just like last year. Same place, same people, same environment. Do you want that? No, you have to go hard. You have to go all in. I'm telling you, when I was my back was literally against the wall. I had nothing. And I heard my parents' opinions and just this validation of you have to go get a job. You have your genetics degree and you're selling insurance. What the hell are you doing? And it was just it was I had to separate myself from them. They live 2,000 miles away from me. I'm out here in Arizona. They're out in Maryland and they're still dictating my life. It's I'm independent. I'm 22, 21 years old. I need to do this. And I just snapped. I just snapped with what I had to do and everything that I had to do with myself. And I just made it happen. In a 90-day period, I was able to go from Plat 150 to P1000. And now I'm heavy. Like, I'm over P2000 volume. It's just my legs. I need to balance them out. And what's crazy is when you go hard, you just don't even focus. You don't even look at the work. You just go. You just go. And I was like messaging 50 people every single day. It was like clockwork because I just knew. I was like, you can't live like this anymore. You can't live like this anymore. I just got sick and tired of how everything was going with my life. And I just like snapped. I just snapped. And I'm getting riled up because I'm in the feeling of how I felt a year ago. I was literally like, I had crying fest every single night because I was like, I don't want to live like this. You have got to make it happen. And as soon as I hit rank, that's when the whole team went crazy. Everybody went crazy. And when I hit Plat 1000, everybody in the company went crazy. All Jason Brown, Matt Rosa, everybody that didn't think twice of me, it was like, oh shit, Abby made a statement today. And that's how it's been since then. Okay. You guys have to get real with yourself. You have to know what you want. You can't keep saying, I don't want to do this. I need to get out of this, whatever it is. I need to get out of this job. I need to get out of this situation. But you're not being consistent. You're not doing what you need to do every single day. You have to get real. Like, you have to go all in quarter one. Whatever you want, you have to make it happen. Okay? And I do these team calls to help you guys. I don't know how helpful this is for you. I'm just yelling through a screen. But I'm trying to give you guys perspective so that you understand what it takes. Like, I was on three-way calls with the boo every single day. Every single day. It was ridiculous. It was absolutely ridiculous. And that's how, and I'm telling you guys, the crazy part about that is when you put in the work, great things happen. When I was putting in the work a year ago, Abu and Jason Brown and Matt Rosa were talking to a guy who used to work with Alex Morton. He lives in Italy. They placed him under me because I was doing so much work. He built a team, okay? He was almost at Plat 2K. Something happened, something fell off. But he brought on over 100 people for me in one leg in like a 3-4 month time period. I didn't do any of that work. That's the power of when you put in the work, the right people will see what you're doing and they're going to help you get to where you need to be even faster, okay? I know there's people on the team, there's people maybe even on this call that we've done that for them because they just put in so much work. They're just so consistent, okay? And if you want that for yourself, let's go. Let's go. So, shit. I have all these notes over here. But guys, like, I don't know if that helped. I'm just trying to give you guys that perspective. Like, you have to know. You just have to do the hard work. You have to do the consistent hard work. And you have to have a plan. The biggest thing, like all my notes, you guys can see this. I have all these notes right here. Like, my entire apartment is filled with notes. And you don't even see my room. Like, I've been putting up Post-its in my room on the wall. It's like, yo, let's go. Like, reminders and things like that. But I'll have these Google Docs for you guys. Send me your email. I will share them with you, depending on if you're just a trader, if you're a builder, if you're doing both, whatever. I will share both of them with you, whatever you want. You guys just have to be aware. You have to know yourself, and you have to focus on building who you are. Last night was Friday night. What did you do? Today's Saturday. It's a weekend. Saturday night, what are you doing? I don't know who has Monday off. I actually am not going in on Monday. Sunday night, what are you doing? Every night, what are you doing? Ask yourself, are you doing things that are productive, that are going to help you get to where you need to be? Or are you getting distracted and you hanging out with people that don't have your best interest or aren't even helping you get to where you want to go? Like, what are you doing? Get real with yourself. Oh my goodness, the chat's pulling up. Okay, I got your email. Okay, awesome. So I have like 2 minutes. Does anybody want to ask a question or say something? Or are we Gucci? I don't know. Very funny. All right, awesome guys. I'm gonna I'm gonna close this out. Oh, the last thing too, if you guys want to go over a plan with me, if you don't have a plan, I know I already have some calls lined up with some people today to map out a game plan. But if you guys want to do that, let me know. And guys, really quickly too, this is gonna end, but the Telegram chat, okay, the updates chat, I am posting the calls, the opportunity calls in there. It's in the pinned post. So if you need the link, go click on that. But all the updates in that chat are only going to be relevant and significant to you guys. So make sure you're checking it throughout the week for any relevant, significant stuff. Yes, Lamar, I'll hop on a call with you. Okay, that's it from me. I appreciate you guys. Have a great Saturday. Be productive, kick ass, and we'll talk to you guys later.